With the 2020 holiday season fast approaching, I thought I would take some time to make a video highlighting which Rocketbook reusable notebooks I've found myself using the most lately and why. This is a question that comes up a lot in the comments since I've reviewed pretty much the entire Rocketbook lineup, which has more than doubled in the past year alone. There's certainly many styles available, ranging from the most basic flip and core notebooks, which come in blank, lined, and dotted patterns, the Matrix, which is gridded, the Fusion, which adds a few bonus agenda template pages, to the ultra-specific goal-oriented Panda Planner. To get started, I do jump between all of these different notebooks from time to time throughout the year, but I usually only use 2 notebooks at a time, one letter size and one executive. By far, the notebook I've been using the most in 2020 has been the executive-sized flip notebook in this deep space gray color. Like all the other synthetic notebooks from Rocketbook, it has a hard plastic cover and binding, as well as polyester composite pages that allow Pilot's friction line of erasable pens to be wiped off the surface using a little water and a microfiber cloth. Of course, after you've scanned and uploaded your notes to the destination of your choice, indicated by checking off the 7 icons at the bottom of the page. If you want to know more about this, I would encourage you to check out my Everything Rocketbook playlist, which has videos detailing the entire process. The main reasons I'm drawn to the flip notebook are its top coil binding and the untemplated pages, which come in either a blank version or a combined dotted and lined version that has dots on one side and then lines on the other, so that you can change your writing experience as needed with a simple flip of the notebook. I actually bought the executive size flip notebook in both versions and combined them so that I could have a few blank pages mixed in, which helps make it a little thicker and aids in making my personalized agenda templates. These have evolved slightly since I made my video detailing my Rocketbook bullet journaling templates, but the overall organization is similar, with a general task list to capture any yet unscheduled to-dos for the week, followed by a habit tracker for sleep, water consumption, and a few stray habits, then a 1-week agenda spread across 2 pages to give me enough space to easily document my progress towards tasks and meetings, followed by a general brain dump page that honestly doesn't get that much use. I usually keep 2 of these templates back to back so that I can plan 2 weeks in advance, and I always encourage new Rocketbook users to take some time to make their own agenda templates because I find it adds a lot of personalization to my notebooks. But I would caution you to make your templates using the erasable friction pens for at least 1 month before solidifying them with an ultra-fine tip permanent marker so that you know which layout works for you. Aside from this agenda, I primarily use my executive notebook for capturing the stray thoughts that otherwise would clutter up my desk with a bunch of sticky notes. Another tip if you're thinking about making your own Rocketbook agenda is to give some thought to how you'll title your scans so that they remain organized when you upload to the cloud. I keep all of my agenda notes in a single folder on Google Drive, so I title my uploads with the year and week number, followed by the month in parenthesis if it's the start of a new month. This keeps everything chronological when I sort according to the document title. I usually store my flip notebook in the flip capsule folio along with a small spray bottle and cloth for erasing, as well as a ruler and my go-to Friction LX pen that I keep filled with 0.5mm replacement cartridges because it looks nice and formal and the 0.5mm tips dry a little quicker than the 0.7mm ones, which is important when quickly flipping between pages. But I do use those thicker pens in my secondary notebook, which lately has been the letter-size Rocketbook Matrix. In my work as an engineer, I do a lot of rough sketches as I plan out designs and research methods, so I like to keep a larger notebook around in case I need to try and visualize something before I move into the computer software. The Matrix notebook is nice for this because its grid pattern is made up of solid horizontal lines and vertical dashed lines, so it works equally well for writing out notes as it does for structured sketches. I don't really use it with Rocketbook's optical character recognition features, so the artifact that I talked about in my review of the Matrix notebook doesn't affect my scans. If you do want to use the Rocketbook app's OCR features to capture text files of your writing, I would encourage you to look at one of either the core or flip notebooks with the dotted pattern, because they're also very universal and work equally well for structured sketches. As I mentioned, I usually pair my Matrix with the thicker 0.7mm pens in a variety of colors, because they make very distinct edges for sketches, which I find are worth the extra few seconds that it takes for them to dry. Otherwise, it's also nice that the matrix includes a small title and date block at the top of each page, as well as a scale indicator at the bottom. Lately, I've been using mine with one of Rocketbook's pen docking stations at the top of the notebook to ensure that I always have a pen on hand, but that it's out of the way when I need to get to work. And that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. I would love to hear about which Rocketbook you use the most and how in the comments down below. And if you decided to pick one up, but you missed the holiday sales, check out my personal promo code that Rocketbook has been nice enough to issue to my viewers to help you pick up something special. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.